Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Breaking In. So if you give me a fun home invasion thriller, and with a woman of color in the lead to boot, yeah, I'm probably going to be pretty excited. Plus, I love Gabrielle Union. I think she's such an underrated actress, such an underrated talent, and I really just enjoy seeing her in anything she can get her hands on. And the trailers, they had a fun vibe to them. I loved the use of that Rihanna song. I thought they seemed like a good, fun premise, especially for Mother's Day. We're not getting some like weepy mom story. We're getting a kick-ass mom story. So, yes, I was on board for this film. But how did that final product end up? Well, overall, it was a bit of a mess. But it was a fun mess. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, the biggest positive for me was Gabrielle Union. I think she was really good in this role. And I think she had a very believable and nice relationship with her kids. They actually felt like mother with her children. Their interaction seemed very authentic. I thought the kids were really good actors as well. So all of the interactions and all of the family moments, whether it be while in peril or, in good times before disaster strikes, it all worked really well. And those kids, they were great together. I thought they really sold the dramatic acting that they needed to sell very well. So kudos to Gabrielle, her kids. They all did a very, very good job. And it was fun watching her maneuver and MacGyver her way around this house to get back to those kids, to stick it to these guys who thought they were going to take her on. And of course, there are a couple of really cheer-worthy moments in here where she kind of just sticks it to them and gets her moment. And of course, they build the lines of dialogue around those moments. But as cheesy as they might be, they make for a fun viewing experience. And once we get to the home invasion portion of the film, it moves at a nice pace. We're constantly on the move, we're constantly doing things, and it's a relatively short film as well, so it runs by quickly. There's never a lot of time to sit there and think oh gosh, how much longer is this? But as I said, as fun as it can be at times, it is still kind of a mess. So let's talk about the negatives. As good as Gabrielle Union and her children are, pretty much everybody else here is not so great. I think our lead villain was also pretty strong. All the other guys in here, the real estate agent, the husband, everybody else. Whew, not so great acting jobs there. You had one Hispanic guy, one Mexican guy in here who gave crazy eyes really well, but other than that, the acting just was not there. And they weren't aided with a particularly good script either, because while there were some lines that really made you cheer and a couple of good little moments here and there, this dialogue was pretty atrocious. Not to mention, it's a standard home invasion thriller in many ways. Although we have our protagonist trying to get back into her home, it plays by the beats of these type of thrillers. It goes pretty much play by play of what you're thinking is going to happen. There is a couple of fun little twists added in to give it a little bit of enjoyment, but really, you know what you're getting heading straight into this film, and it doesn't deviate very far from what you're anticipating. And like a lot of home invasions, it's all very dark. And the camera work is a little bit sloppy to the point where we don't get to see a lot of the action. You want to see some of these awesome hits and what's going on. It moves quick, and then you have that darkness. So it's hard to really tell what just happened. Or you can unfortunately tell that it was a definite cheat to kind of pan away and make sure you didn't see what actually just happened. And oddly enough, I think the score was a pretty big weakness. I just didn't feel it with the score. I think the score actually took me out of moments plenty of times. It felt really cheap. It didn't feel like a good score, like a nice thriller score. It was actually a distraction to me. And then the very end, I'm talking last shot into credits end, just didn't work for me. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it at all. It ends a little bit cliche, and then it just is an abrupt bloop, black screen for like 5 seconds, too long, before we hit the credits without any real good music or anything going on. So it's just a very strange way to close out the film. So overall, this is a perfectly fun B-level home invasion thriller. It's certainly not great production value. It's certainly not groundbreaking in any way. But if you're looking for a fun enough thriller, this will definitely do. But I can't really recommend it over a rental. Like with most B-level films, you don't want to pay theater prices to go see it. But if you stumble upon it or spend $1.50 at Redbox, you're not going to be totally mad. You'll have some fun. There are some good cheer-worthy moments. So, there you go. So that is my review of Breaking In. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Breaking In, or have you already seen it? If you have, what did you think? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!